Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. Why does Cartoon Network not like regular show? And you might be thinking to yourself, DC Network, what do you mean they don't like regular show? Of course they like regular show, and I'd say to that, I don't really know how much Cartoon Network actually likes regular show. Because if we take a look at all the shows that premiered in the 2010s with Cartoon Network, specifically the early 2010s, regular show premiered at the same time as Adventure Time, and a year later we got The Amazing World of Gumball. Then 2 years after that, we got Steven Universe. And it seems to me that out of those four shows, and I've said this in the past, but to me those are the four shows that really push Cartoon Network into the next era of animation for the channel. And for some reason, out of those four shows, regular show always seems to get the least amount of love from the network. For example, Adventure Time. It ended back in 2018, but we got a spin-off series in Distant Lands in 2020, and we're getting another spin-off series in Fiona and Cake this year in 2023, so the franchise is still going on. And I've said this before, but Adventure Time always seems to receive a lot of favoritism from Cartoon Network. Then we look at a show like The Amazing World of Gumball. It's a series that is still airing reruns on the channel today, despite having aired its last episode back in 2019. We know there's a movie in the works. We know there's a spin-off series in the works, with that's all up in the air given the whole merger with Warner Bros. Discovery. The movie might have been canceled. Now we're getting a season 7, but that's not the point of this video. My point is they're still making content for The Amazing World of Gumball. They're still airing reruns of it, so they view it in a fun manner. Then we look at Steven Universe. We got Steven Universe. We got 5 seasons of the show. Then we got a movie in Steven Universe the movie, and then an epilogue series in the form of Steven Universe Future. So it received a decent amount of love from Cartoon Network. Obviously, it's no longer airing reruns or any new content on the channel or on Max. But then we look at regular show. Yes, regular show did get 8 seasons. It did get a movie, but once the series ended, that was it for regular show. It did not air reruns for years on Cartoon Network until here and there. It comes back every so often for a couple of weeks, but for some reason, it really seems like Cartoon Network just doesn't show the same level of love for regular show that they do for the other shows that I mentioned before. And I'm kind of curious as to why. In all honesty, if I had to argue on which of the 4 shows I think is the best, I think I'd say it's regular show. I'll preface what I'm going to say by saying I really enjoy all 4 series in Adventure Time, regular show, Steven Universe, and The Amazing World of Gumball. But in my opinion, the one that resonates the most with me is regular show. I just love the characters. I love the world that J.G. Quintel created. And it's kind of just strange to me how we've seen the other 3 shows that I mentioned before receive all this love from Cartoon Network. We've seen it get more than just the original series and the movie that regular show got, but yet for some reason, once regular show ended, it's like Cartoon Network doesn't want to acknowledge it, and I do question why. I do question why they don't want to do anything with the series after it ended. And I know you might be saying, DC Network, aren't you the person who says once the series ends, it should stay over, it shouldn't get more content for a while? And yes, I am the person who says that, and my argument to that is regular show ended all the way back in 2017. It's been 6 years. I think we're at the point where it's okay to make new regular show content. It's okay to make a movie or a little bit of a spin-off mini-series or something of the sorts. But for some reason, it just seems like Cartoon Network just pushes regular show to the side and kind of forgets about it. And I know there's been some talk recently about Cartoon Network removing regular show from the website, and I don't really read too much into that, because in Cartoon Network's history throughout their past, they've always done this with shows that have ended, shows that no longer premiere new episodes. Like I remember back in the day, I used to, as a kid, I would go on the Cartoon Network website all the time. I'd play all the Flash games they had on their website. I would look at all the shows, like the listings of all the shows they had on their website. And I remember once a show ended, after a few years, they would just straight up remove it from the website. And I was like, oh man, that was a great show. Too bad it's no longer featured on the website. But it makes sense from a standpoint of, well, this show's no longer airing new episodes. We're not doing anything with it. So why would we have a page for it on the website? So like I said, I really don't read too much into that. What I do read into though is how Adventure Time's gotten more content post ending of the original series. The Amazing World of Gumball is getting more content post the original series ending. Steven Universe got more content post the original series ending, but regular show for some reason got nothing. And I will say the thing is that J.G. Quintel, obviously after regular show ended, he did create a new show with Cartoon Network Studios in the form of Close Enough, which obviously that series was canceled after 3 seasons. So could that have anything to do with why we didn't see any more regular show content after the original series concluded? Yeah, it's possible, but in all honesty, is Pendleton Ward, the creator of Adventure Time, Is he that involved in what's going on now? I really don't think so. I believe there are other people, and I forgot the guy's name. It might be Muto or something like that, and I apologize in advance, but he's the one who was working on Distant Lands, and he's the one who's working on Fiona and Cake. I don't think Pendleton Ward is that involved with Adventure Time anymore. It's just very strange to me how, for some reason, Cartoon Network shows this favoritism towards Adventure Time. They show love for The Amazing World of Gumball. They showed love for Steven Universe after the original series ended with the movie and Future, but yet for some reason, regular shows just kind of lost to time, and we've seen nothing with it. And like I said, I think it's fine that, 2018, 19, 20, 21, we got nothing for a regular show. Let the show rest. But I feel like now we're at the point where I'd be welcoming and happy to see a regular show 20 years later, spin-off mini-series. Maybe it's a 20-episode show. Maybe we even get a full season of it, and it's maybe a multiple season show or a movie or whatever the case may be. I feel like it's time, and it's welcomed if Cartoon Network does that. But for some reason, they just don't want to. I don't know why it is. I don't know what it is about regular show that they seem not to like, but for some reason, it doesn't get as much love as the other series do. And in all honesty, it could even be a case that JJ Quintel has told the network, hey, I don't want to revisit that world. It's over. I don't want to go back and do anything new in it. That could very well be the case, but it's just very strange to me from the outside looking in, seeing that Adventure Time is getting more content in the year 2023. We know The Amazing World of Gumball is going to be getting more content in, the next couple of years. Steven Universe got more content after the original series ended in the form of a movie in Steven Universe Future. But once regular show ended in 2017, outside of airing a few reruns here and there on Cartoon Network for, the special occasions they have every so often, we really haven't seen anything from regular show. We haven't heard anything about it since the show ended, outside of the 25 years later comic book series that released a few years back, but that doesn't really count as, new regular show content. I'm talking about tangible things on Cartoon Network, something that you could actually watch. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. Why do you guys think that Cartoon Network seems not to like regular show the same way they like Adventure Time or The Amazing World of Gumball or Steven Universe? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.